President will use this speech as well for lay the groundwork about a big 5 game changers. I mean, from tech, innovation, feed salon, and all of those. What do you make of the detail and we don't begin learn from how a one for, I mean, what's not the aim behind pursuing all of those moves?
Well, comparatively, when you look at other governments, then other country, when the leaders, either a prime minister, either a president, when then they address the nation, they put out the programs, either the 5-year program or the midterm programs. They not only they give the objective and the outcome to the people of them programs, and then they also make a clear effort for explain to the people also then they get resources for support each of them programs and they where they don't highlight, where them believe say go contribute towards the country development and the welfare of the people, and also how that country go able to compete with other countries around the world. But waiting you see now a whole catalog from the campaign process, the same plan, but then how they generate income for really sustain the current ongoing programs, then also for support the current new initiatives, well, they are very good initiatives, but the question comes in, where do we get the money from, and how are we going to support these programs?
And clearly throughout this speech, that is something we will not see. It's totally missing.
Yes, I mean, that I say. I mean, these are very good things. But then, like I tell you, comparatively, if you listen to the British Prime Minister, when they talk, if they talk, say, will they create green energy, they now tell you, say, will they increase on visa fee, anybody where they go UK, and also the health surcharge, meaning any visitor now where they go UK, they contribute towards the UK green economy. One, from your visa fee. Two, they pay a standby health, insurance fee. So if you you want to go use a medical system, or even you not use them, that money now go contribute to them. Or then go tell you, say, we they increase on tax in this area. So this tax for this year, for this 12 months, they generate 6.5 billion pounds. And then the green energy thing where we want, it only requires 4 billion pounds. So there's a surplus even in the initiatives. So if they're not able to meet the 6.5 billion pounds, but they're able to meet up 5 billion pounds, it's still able to cover this new initiative where the government don't introduce, and where the government actually want let the citizens or residents in Britain benefit from that. So if you want for increase on tech, also they generate
jobs.
Yes, for create jobs. Also would they generate this money, and wouldn't are the key players that where they come in, and waiting at the portfolios that where then they carry. Portfolio means how many $1 million, because when we deal with foreign currency in trillion, we know they talk about pounds, like we like for talk about pounds. We talk about dollars. So how many dollars, they come with regards to investing. And also sometimes then the government, now there are other countries, I mean, this is comparative. We talk about Australia, but I just want to create a picture so we listeners or viewers we're able to see exactly, see which comparative things and where they do, for let we picture ourselves into that situation. Existing tech companies already in Australia, government for don't look at the landscape and know waiting at the challenges, waiting at the struggle, and how government go able for help for solve them problem. So now government can go in talk with other bigger tech firm them for come support and build partnership with their institutions there. If we already get a tech firm where they struggle for build solar energy, but then government with empower can able for approach, some of them big tech firm there, we want to get branch in Africa, or we want to get a factory base in Africa. So the local organization work with that, they it helps to create jobs and expand the income of that very local company. And waiting that they do, this they help for increase on the local GDP. The reason why you see comparatively again, Kenya, Ghana, now Africa, and also to some extent Rwanda, they don't advance so much in tech. Then government, they go out and talk to big tech firm them, like Facebook, Twitter, Google, Firefox, then Canada them based in there for increased them penetration inside the sub-region, Africa. So when they come, they don't host themselves. They work with private tech companies. You go Ghana, why you think they say a lot of young people engage in tech? And even the Ghanaian diaspora or the Kenyan diaspora, the Rwanda diaspora, they're so much engulfed into tech when they study, they return back. Because the government create the enabling environment. Enabling environment not only means the country peaceful. The enabling environment also need a right to access to resources.